Hey there. So we've had a Virgo moon all weekend. So maybe you've had an opportunity to do a little cleaning, a little organizing, a little attention to detail, and of course, maybe polishing or putting the finishing touches on some projects you're working on, some new directions, new avenues of thinking. So we've had that Virgo energy, and then 7:34 a.m. Pacific time on Monday, the moon goes into Libra and forms a kite with a grand trine in air all day long. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Monday, May 25th. And so we shift gears here, stepping into the air sign of Libra with the moon. And as the moon enters early Libra, it forms a trine to Uranus, a trine to Pluto. So Uranus in Gemini, air sign, Pluto in Aquarius, air sign, and the moon in Libra, the third air sign. And throughout the day, of course, it forms an opposition to Neptune in Aries. So you have that Aries Libra dynamic. So very interesting activation, really, of those outer planet sextiles that I shared about in depth yesterday. So to get a bigger picture context of what's happening with these outer planets, that in a sextile pattern, this double sextile triangle that lasts from 2024 through 2029 in really, really close alignment with this double sextile and trine forming a triangle. Anyway, today's triangle is another triangle that creates a kite formation with that original triangle, the outer planet triangle that lasts so long. So the moon, of course, moves through briefly, but as it forms the kite, we have that energy today. So we have a lot of that air energy, that air vibe for today, where focus is on thinking, communication, ideas, information, sharing of information, sharing of thinking. And with the Libra moon, we have that vibe too of relationships and how we work together, how we cooperate, work in partnerships. And so you and whoever it is that is part of your day today, we always have to think with Libra too about the relationship with yourself. So starting with that true primary relationship, right? The relationship with yourself, where thinking about how you can be supportive to yourself, kind to yourself, a good person to yourself. So if you want to be that person who encourages others or wants others to encourage and support and believe in you, be that person for yourself. So starting with that primary relationship, where do you need balance in your life and that Libra energy of balance? But also then how does creating balance for yourself help you to be a better partner, a better collaborator, a better colleague, a better friend, right? So thinking about where balance is needed in your life and how you can boost your partnerships and boost them really through that sense of recognition and appreciation and value, I think, is kind of the message that the planets are bringing us today, because we do have that easy flow of energy. So it's not a hard struggle, at least until later in the day, around 9:30, a little after 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. The moon forms a square to Venus, so that's where we get a little bit more of that challenging energy. So how we can support ourselves to work with this energy of the grand trine and the winds in the sails and the supportive flow of energy is by thinking about where we can bring more balance, bring that sense of gratitude and appreciation, first for ourselves, then for others in our lives, and maybe do something nice to show that appreciation. Or it's a great time too for journaling on what you're grateful for about the people in your life. Who have those people been who gave you that boost, gave you that support when you needed it most? That's a great thing to focus on. So when you get in touch with that energy, with that spirit of cooperation and working together, and what that can really look like when you are cheering, when we are cheering one another on, whether that's you cheering on someone else or someone else cheering on you. It's a great day to invite a friend to do something together, to sit down and have a nice conversation. It's a great day to do something nice for someone. It's also a great day to reflect on who have been those supportive people in your life and how that has impacted you, how that has affected you, and planting that seed of how, right, we're looking at with this moon cycle, we're looking at support long term, how we can sustain ourselves on this journey. So this is an opportunity to deepen into what that support looks like, what it could look like, how we can expand those things that we truly value about our relationships and the people in our lives. That square, that challenge from the moon to Venus happens a little bit after 9:30 p.m. Pacific time. So that's where we might have an invitation to do a little bit more of the deeper work. But if we lay the groundwork throughout the day for that spirit of positive appreciation and gratitude, then once that moon square to Venus comes along, we'll be ready to move through whatever invitation there is to grow, the invitation to learn something, putting a little bit more pressure on us to be clear about who we are and what we value. So that power of our relationships, of our relationship with ourselves, and bringing balance into our lives. Lots of great supportive energy for that today. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can work with me by booking a reading. You can also go to transformationalastrology.com, where I have a member site with free levels and paid levels, so you can see what makes sense for you. And thanks for being here and subscribing to this YouTube channel. I'm here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care. I will see you next time. Bye for now.